Alright, let's make a new video on the 1988 Yamaha Virago XV750. It's running really good. I have retuned my carbs this year. I actually, I retuned them. I was getting some fouling on the front plug. I actually unbobbed it. I made a video of this video. I made a video on this motorcycle, on this channel, of it bobbed, and factory form and bobbed, and I decided I preferred the more comfortable seat, and I kind of wanted the sissy bar on there more so in case the wife ever jumped back on with me or decided to go for a ride. And I ended up putting that taillight where it belongs and the plate where it belongs. My side mount plate bracket actually broke, but I like having the bags on it, and it's not even a true bobber or hardtail. Like, I did clip the fender, like I'd mentioned in the other videos, but it's still pretty factory. It's just been very customized. I've blacked it out. I've blacked out the highway bars. Just done some black accents on it. Flipped the front fender a little bit there. What else? Other stuff was just maintenance I did in 22. Clutch and clutch springs. Really cleaned the motor up. I just had to put a couple little gaskets in the oil line going into the engine case. There's actually a lot of little things I've done to this bike for maintenance wise and to get it running, but cosmetically this year I put these almost 7-inch ape hanger type of things on it, and with the factory risers, which are about 2.5 inches or 3 inches, I forget how much riser is there, they work. All my cables are perfect, like they just work, and I'm a kind of guy who likes my wrists level with my shoulders. I have lower back issues, and that keeps me more upright. So anyways, yeah, the bike is running really good. I actually had to lean it out a bit. Yeah, you can see those pipes are wrapped. Those are aftermarket, just the cheap Amazon ones. I do have a short up about them, and I do speak about those in this video, on this channel. For this bike, I do speak about them in another video, but I do struggle with the baffles in and out. I've drilled them out a little bit more. I've actually drilled up quite a bit. I was on a group ride last night. We did about 160 kilometers, about 100 miles last night. Really nice ride. Keeps up pretty good. It's a 750. I can keep up pretty good with the Harleys and the bigger metric cruisers. I can ride. So, but I had the baffles out, and my ears are ringing all last night in my head. And I just, I drilled them out a bit more today to give them some more volume, but to dampen it down. They're cheap pipes. You can't really, on a budget, you can't really do that much with it. It is what it is, but I'm really digging these risers. I had the low risers from the XV1000 on it, and I ended up adding these on today, and I'm really digging it. And I just dialing in my clutch. I got my levers, my controls all dialed in. I'm just out getting some wind therapy, but yeah, so she's back pretty much to almost factory with that rear, everything kind of, it still has its custom touches, but yeah, I've got the seat, the sissy bar. I'm back to, it's an ape, but it is a lot more like factory, but it's not so swooped down. I didn't like that my hands felt like they were going to slide off on the highway, but it's functioning great. I put those on yesterday, like I said, with my the 2-inch or the 1.5-inch risers. I just added the 3-inch risers today, and it worked out, and I'm really, really happy. This is really comfortable. I'm just going out for a cruiser ride today on my own, solo ride, before I have to pick up the kids, and then I got to work all weekend, and I'll probably be on the KLR all weekend, all the way to all through work. Except maybe for Sunday when the thunderstorms are expected, but it's looking great. I think it's looking as good as it's going to look for 35 or 37 years old, however old it is, 1988 and 2023. My quick math sucks. It's looking better than factory, but it's got some custom touches to get some of those lines and kind of really make these things really hideous. You know, it's a very lean back bike, like a laid back chopper-esque wannabe, like chopper sportster kind of wannabe bike. I've mentioned that in every video I have. Oh yeah, these are my Willie and Max bags. So they are leather, and they fit this bike great. I've got a liter of gas in there in that can, and some cigars and just some wipes, and then I'm wearing my leather vest on t-shirt, but in here is my armored jacket, which I'm not opening up, but yeah, like I just really like that it's coming along, and I did put it back together more with those signals on and everything, and that taillight on the back to make it A, legal, and B, when I was writing my my full test this year, it's been 5 years since my course, when I redid my license in 2018, and I was due. So I still like it. I love this little bike. Every time I tighten something down or adjust something or just make it a little bit more mine and more for me, I really enjoy it just that much more. And it's such a fun, cheap little bike. It just gets me out there until one day when I'm ready to pull the trigger on a new Vulcan Vaquero. You know, that's probably my next move, is something fully fared, hard bags, larger, bigger motor. But this thing's just really it gets me there. We had a great group ride last night. So happy. It was my second group ride, my fourth ride with my brother-in-law. He's got a Harley, and you know, it does what it's supposed to do. It gets me there, and it keeps up, and everyone's got a different bike out there. The Harleys are all different. We're with a Softail Standard, we're with a V-Rod, and we're with an old classic, I think, great big bagger. I think it's I forget, Ultra Classic or something. The metrics are Suzuki 800s, and they're tuned. They're all fuel injected and tuned, all of them. But this thing does it, man. Like I can ride and I can keep up with them. And they invited me back yesterday since last week, and I think I'm invited out next week again too. So. But this is the XV750, 1988, custom, bobber, whatever you want to call it, just custom touches. But it's running great, and I'm really enjoying it, and I just felt like making a video on a couple of the changes I've made to it, and how it's doing. And if you're rocking a Virago in 2023, man, I know they're a pain in the ass. They're really finicky. They're a funny bike. They're a really funny bike, and the carburetors are not fun to deal with. But when you really buckle down, do it, or find someone who can help you do it, you know what, man? It's like anything else. As long as it's running right, it's going to get you there. But it's a really fun little old bike, and I couldn't be happier with it right now. So I think I'm going to end this video update right now, and we'll go from there, man. We'll post this up, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and